What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Justin Brogdon. Just getting my hands warm in here, getting set up for a session later today with my band. Got the amp cab in the back of the house mic'd up, heads here. I thought it'd be a good opportunity to share with you guys how I'm tracking guitars in here. And if you're just getting started tracking guitars, maybe this will save you some time and headache, getting decent guitar tones, get up and running tracking in your own space. If it sounds good to you, it sounds good to me. Let's get it. All right, so first question we need to answer if you've never tracked guitar amps before is what microphone should you be using? And it's a pretty easy question to answer. Use the mics that you have. Mics are expensive. If you're just getting started, you probably don't have access to a ton of microphones, but I bet you got one that will get the job done. This is my little mic pouch I keep in my gig bag with all my cables, and this would be a great option for you. These mics are not super expensive. This is a Shure Beta 58. Right here, you've got a Shure SM58. Even cheaper, you can get probably both of these microphones off of Facebook Marketplace for around $100 or less. And the perfect mic to use, especially if you have a little money to spend, you're just getting started tracking guitar amps, is get a Shure SM57. This mic is going to be great on anything that you put it on, and it's a mic that you're gonna get a lot of mileage out of. You can get one of these used on Facebook Marketplace or eBay. I guarantee you can find one for less than $100, and you will get way more than that out of it. So you can't go wrong with an SM57. You'll see in a little while. I've got one back there on my cab as we speak. What are some other options? This is a Sennheiser MD421, and you'll see these used a ton, miking up guitar cabs. They sound great. And then this is just a good entry point if you're just starting out and you don't have a lot of mics. I would recommend finding yourself something in the Audio-Technica AT40 series. This is a 4040. I've got two of these, and they're excellent mics. You can get them for relatively cheap, and they get the job done. They sound great on absolutely anything. Actually, all of the mics that I've shown you here are all relatively inexpensive if you're just getting started, and you could use them on just about any application. So you can't go wrong there. Ultimately, use the mics that you have. If you want to start looking at some mics to buy, there are so many, but if you don't have any experience doing it, I would just recommend practice with your mic placement, using the mics that you have. Dial in your ear for what you want to hear in guitar tones, and get experience getting your levels up and making sure that your transients look right and that you're getting the results that you want. So, microphones, one step in the process. I would say if you're just getting started, don't think about using multi-mic setups. Just find one mic that works for you and use that. The next thing we're going to do is go back and take a look at my cab that I've got mic'd up in the back and talk about mic placement, the different considerations depending on the overall guitar sound that you're going for, where you should start with mic placement. Let's go check it out. All right, so we're back here in my guest room. As you can see, I've got a few cabs, an amp, stowed back here. I keep a snake run to the back of this house so I can have as many degrees of separation between where the sound is coming out of that cabinet and where I'm monitoring it when I'm recording. Today I'm using a 2-mic setup, but if you're just getting started, I would just use, again, I would find one good mic that sounds great to you and start there. Today I'm using a Shure SM57, and then I'm also using a Royer 121 ribbon mic. The combo between a ribbon and a dynamic mic makes for a great guitar sound. They're close mic. So the first thing that you've got to do is figure out where the center of the speaker that you're recording is, and that can be a little tricky if you've never done it before. Go find a flashlight. So I've got a few things here. You can use the light on your phone. You can use these little trusty studio flashlights I keep around. I find that the more light you have, especially with a thick grill cloth like this, the better off you're gonna be. Get to the outside edge of the cab and start working your way in. I find that that's the best way to use that light source to find the center of that speaker, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the dust cap in whichever speaker you're gonna record on. So if you're using just one dynamic mic, I would get to the center of that speaker and then just hedge out to the outside of the speaker cone, explore that. Sometimes you're gonna want a very, very bright sound. You're gonna wanna be closer to the center of that dust cap. The further out you get, the warmer the sound's going to get. What I find using the ribbon with the dynamic mic is that I'm getting all that big roundness of the amp with the ribbon facing directly at that center of that dust cap, and then having that 57 just outside of it, really getting the bite and the presence of that speaker. And the combination of that gives me everything I want when I am tracking guitars. Also, if you're looking to explore some different sounds, some cool sounds that you can get is by miking up the back of the cabinet, putting a 57 in the back of the amp to just blend that in as a room mic. Today, I've got outside, maybe 10 feet from the amp, I have a Peluso P87, getting some blend of the room that I can put into that mix if I want. Especially when you're taking solos, I find that blending room mics in when you're tracking guitar can give you a great effect of just broadening the size, the space that that guitar sound occupies. For all of you pros out there who are watching this video going, man, you should really try this, drop us a comment. Let us know what unique ways you have of tracking guitars that get you great results in your own studios. And if you made it to the end of this video and you are not subscribed to this channel, I'm gonna do what I always do here. I'm gonna invite you to hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna invite you to turn on your notifications so you get notified when these videos come out. If you made it to the end, smash the like button, drop me a comment. Where are you in the world? Where are you on your musical journey? What kind of music are you into? What kind of music do you like to record? Tell me something about yourself. I'm Justin Brogdon, and until next time, keep it between the ditches. Peace.